Alright guys, Ed, top of the line trainer. Gonna do a lean-to shelter here real quick. I got some plastic ABS stakes. I got my old military poncho. And I have a plastic drop cloth. Stay with me. Let me get Alright guys, Ed back with you. Top of the line trainer. I got this nylon rope. It's like little rope. I don't know the breaking strength on it. My good friend gave it to me. So I like to use this for ridge line. So especially if I end up doing the super shelter or the modified super shelter. So I already tied a bowline knot in this side, on that side. I'm going to come back around. I like to tie probably about shoulder height. You know, you can vary it, you can take it down lower. If this was a survival situation, I probably would bring it down to about knee level, maybe mid-thigh level, just to get closer to the ground, capture the heat, keep the heat circulating inside the shelter. Okay, so this is a little long for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I don't like doing it right there. I'm gonna tie a overhand knot, turning it into a trucker's hitch. So like I said, about shoulder width height, so it's level. And I don't really like doing this when it's real long like this, but I don't want to cut my rope. No big deal really. Come back through the loop. Let me make sure, I need to adjust that camera real quick. Make sure you can see this. Hard to see because of the sun in my eyes here, but basically got a trucker's hitch going. I'm going to taunt this up tight as possible. Got a little overhand knot in here. Let me pass that by. Now that's pretty taut. You want to pinch it off right here at the trucker's hitch, loop over both lines, come back under through the loop and pull it taut. That's a slip knot. I can pull this right here. This will come right out. And then usually with nylon, for safety's sake, you tie a overhand knot in the running in. I'm just going to tie a loose one. And what that prevents is, just in case there was any slippage, prevents it from moving. I did the same thing on this side with the bowline. Running into the bowline, I tied an overhand knot and it locks it in. Okay. So now I got my ridge line set. I like to use this Army poncho. I've used it for years when I was in the Army. I've used it for years in going to the woods, bushcrafting or whatever it is, hunting. This thing has saved my ass several times where I was on a stand hunting, deer hunting, did an overhang above me and stood all day. Now, and kept me dry. But anyway, now so going into my Hill People gear kit bag. This is a phenomenal piece of kit, and I've already done an out of the box review on it. Stay tuned, there'll be more coming on that. All right, so there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can do a precinct knot. You can tie into the ridge line, whatnot, whatever. So basically, what I'm going to do is just tie into the loops and Let me get set up here and I'll Alright guys, they're back with you, top of the line training. What I did here was I just put in, I have 3 grommets on this side. That's the downfall of the poncho. It only has grommets and snaps. I believe it's 3 on each side. Yeah, basically you got 1 in the middle all the way around and 1 on each corner. Whatever, it works. So I just tied off on the ridge line with that. Now I'm going to go around here and I'm going to use the ABS stakes with some more bank line. This here is my Spear 1 by Mike Wallace. Broke it out today. I'm going to use it, and this is an awesome knife, guys. If you haven't seen my review on it, check it out. I got it out of the box. I got a field use. Awesome blade. Yeah, make that a little bigger. So basically, listen real quick. That's the Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex click that you hear when you insert your knife weapon into your sheath, and that sort of that guarantees pretty much it is not coming out. So okay, so anyway, going back to this, let me adjust the camera. Guys, back with you. Setting up this shelter here. Basically what I did was girth hitched around the grommet, tied an overhand knot in the running ends, and then just put the peg through and pushed her into the ground with my foot. Which lands here so I can see. All right, so basically fold your line in half. Make sure you can see that. So basically I just go up through with both ends of that loop, route it back through. Now it's on itself. Do an overhand knot in the running ends. Some people call it tag ends, whatnot. Through the military, I was taught running ends. Got my ABS stakes. I carry about 5 to 6 of these most of the time. They come in handy. So when you pull out, get your hook there, and you want to take it back. Hold on, let me get that right there. Okay. And you want to take it back towards your shelter. Okay, that one went in pretty easy. And there you have it. Okay. I will do another one here in the middle in just a second, but back off there. Okay, so here's a side view. There you have it. Now, I could lower this down a tad bit. I don't think I need to raise it up. Usually shoulder height is really the highest you need or want to go. Excuse me. But here, this will provide shelter for me tonight if I choose to stay here. I do have my tent set up off to the right here. This is the second day of overnight. This is a winter camp, whatnot. I probably would lower it maybe about 6 inches and take it back about 6 inches. But still, even so, that's still good. And the only reason I would do that is to allow the sides to be filled in with debris and whatnot. So stay tuned. Okay, head back with the top of the line training. All right, so there it is. Basic lean-to shelter. I got to clean out some of the debris there, roots and whatnot growing up. I should have probably did that before, but I didn't. I don't normally do that because once I get in it, I want to lay down, feel where stuff is, and get it out of there then. But of course, depending on time and whatnot, you know, that's another story. But basically what I did here in the back was I put a another stake in the middle. And I threw up some debris here on the back side. Just help it, stay that way. One thing too, you want to make sure that your hood, if you have this kind of poncho or whatnot, you want to make sure that thing is tied tight as a duck's butt in cold water, because you don't want that thing leaking. And trust me, I've had that thing tied for 4 or 5 years now, and it's never leaked through the hood once I tied it up. If you don't do that, you will develop a good hood full of water, and whatever's underneath there will eventually get wet. So this is USGI poncho tarp, if you will, and just a little lean-to. All right, guys, I said top of the line training. Just completed the basic Army poncho tarp shelter. And a way to make fire are your 2 key components. In my book, fire is number 1 and shelter is 1A. However, that all depends on the environment and whatnot, and the situation, what's going down. It could be, 30 degrees out, ripping down rain, sleet, whatever have you. You better get a shelter up so you can get out of that stuff and then start regrouping from there. Try to get some wood and fire going from there. I said top of the line training. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe. I got a lot of videos coming, and I appreciate your views. God bless, take care, we'll see you on the next one.